Distinguished Life Membership is the Society's highest honor, bestowed in recognition of outstanding contributions to the Society and for special achievements in ceramic arts or sciences. Currently, there are 61 Distinguished Life members of the Society. It is now a special privilege to recognize the 3 new Distinguished Life members of our Society. Our first new Distinguished Life member is Dr. Richard Brow.
Hi everybody, I hope you all are healthy and happy and have learned how to deal with these uncertain terms, both personally and professionally. I'd just like to take a few moments to thank the American Ceramic Society for bestowing on me an unexpected but deeply appreciated recognition. The Distinguished Life Member recognition is something that was totally unexpected, but is something that means a great deal to me. Because the American Ceramic Society is my professional home. I've been a member of the American Ceramic Society, I think, since I was a sophomore at Alfred University, so some 40 plus years. And without the society, I wouldn't be here talking with you, but I would not have had the career that I've had. I think the society has opened doors for me, introduced me to people, gave me an opportunity to talk about the things that I love in regards to science and technology. And it's an organization that is one that I'll always cherish, and I'll always be a member of the American Ceramic Society. There are too many people to recognize, I think, for me to thank for this recognition. Let me just mention a couple of my teachers: Bill LaCourse at Alfred University, and Carlo Pantano at Penn State, Helmut Scheffer at the University of Erlangen. These 3 guys, more than anybody, got me interested in glass science and technology, and really started me down this path. Bob Egan at Sandia took a risk on me and hired me there, and the opportunity I had to work with people like Jeff Brinker and Bruce Bunker and Ron Lohman really taught me how to be a scientist. I had the very good fortune of having Delbert Day work with me on his sabbatical in my lab at Sandia, and Delbert was the guy that convinced me to move on from the National Labs to academia, to join him at what was then the University of Missouri-Rollins, now Missouri S&T, and this a decision that both my wife and I have valued ever since. Rolla was a great place for us to for the next stage of our careers, a great place for us to raise our families. And I'll always thank Delbert for talking me into it. And I want to thank Wayne Huebner and Greg Hilmes and Bill Fahrenholtz and Mary Riedmeyer, my colleagues at S&T, who taught me, I think, how to be a professor, who set standards I'm still trying to meet. I've had the great good fortune to work with many people within the society. A couple people that stand out in particular are Charlie Spar and Mark Mecklenburg, Chris Schnitzer from back in the day. These are people that helped me understand what is possible within the society. Guys like Joe Simmons got me started in the glass division. I appreciate that. And finally, really, what the society means most are the network, the people that I grew up with. I grew up as a material scientist. People like Steve Martin and Kathleen Richardson, Denise Kroll and John Kiefer and Mario Fatigato. And there's just too many names to mention here all at once. But these are people who maybe initially were colleagues, people who talk professional, talk about structure of glasses and applications and the like. But, now that we're reaching similar points in our careers, I find just as much value talking with them about, 401ks and how's your golf game going. And so, the society brought me these friendships that I'll always cherish. Finally, I'd like to thank my family, my wife Terry, and my two kids, Addie and Katie. What the society was able to do, or what I was able to do through the society was, bring them along on certain trips, expose them to the world, and I'll always cherish these, these little stories. One in particular when I was the president of the American Ceramic Society, and we had the Pac Rim meeting on Coronado Island, one of our favorite family stories. I brought the kids, and we get this panic call from our daughter Adelaide, who had flooded the bathroom in the presidential suite at the Coronado Hotel because she didn't realize the shower curtain goes on in the inside of the tub and the outside. So I want to thank the society for giving us that family memory as well. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate this dearly. I absolutely look forward to the opportunity to seeing you in person, in live, at the next meeting of the American Ceramic Society. But for now, stay healthy and wash your hands.
Our next new Distinguished Life member is Dr. Alexandra Navrotsky.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends, it is a tremendous honor to accept Distinguished Life membership in the American Ceramic Society. I don't know if I have had a distinguished life, and I really don't know how I got to where I did. I got up every morning and went to work, and all sorts of good things happened. However, I want to thank the American Ceramic Society, and rather than reminisce on all sorts of good things that have happened in the last 50 years or so, I joined the society in the early 1970s when I was an assistant professor. I would rather talk about the present and the future. And the present, of course, is a rather unique time with the COVID pandemic. I remind you that biologists, evolutionary biologists, point out that evolution does not occur at a constant pace. It occurs in fits and starts. It occurs with what one sometimes calls punctuated equilibrium. Periods of time where not too much happens, and periods of time when there are major changes. Certainly, there are major changes right now. So I would like to talk about some of those major changes because I see some of them as positive and as opportunities for myself personally, for my colleagues, and for the society. So first, let me talk about some of the things we've become aware of through the pandemic. Certainly one thing that has come to the fore are the intrinsic inequities in our society. Those inequities that are economically based, that are based on race, color, sexual preference, immigration, what have you. We all agree that we need to make the society more equitable. We all agree that we need to give more opportunities to people in ACerS and everywhere. I'm not going to give ideas as to how to do that, but I'm going to suggest that the greater awareness we have now is a wonderful opportunity. The second thing I've learned in the last few months, and I've been isolating myself a lot because, after all, being a distinguished person is better than being an extinguished person. So I've been mostly staying home and looking out at my garden and working from my computer. And I've realized a number of things which are applicable both to me and in a broader sense to the society. So number one, personal communications, friendships, communications across the world are crucial. And in fact, we communicate more. I have heard from people that I haven't heard from in years. I'm sure the society has too. I can hope that the meetings we have will actually have more participants rather than fewer participants. I have also interacted differently with students. I have reinstated what is really an old-fashioned thing, namely something analogous to an Oxford tutorial, where I meet with an undergraduate or a graduate student for about an hour a week to discuss science, to discuss what's happening. And this works beautifully, and it works on Zoom, and it doesn't even require a mask. So doing things like that is a great thing. I realize also that the ability to do things online really opens the world, opens the society to opportunities for greater participation. Students, faculty, postdocs, people who don't have too much money, people at institutions that are not accustomed to participating can participate. And this really broadens the spectrum. It really is a way of bringing many, many more people in. And I think this is something that the society in particular should pay attention to. So then what are the opportunities? The opportunities are to use what we've learned online, what we've learned how to do, what we've realized comes more naturally to younger people, and really incorporate it into our day-to-day operations long after the current pandemic ends. I can see that the society will have a greater reliance on virtual communications together with in-person communications. I can see meetings that are both virtual and actual. And I think we have many things to learn still, how to make the virtual communications more live, particularly in discussions. So speaking of myself, I have a new adventure, having moved from University of California, Davis to Arizona State University, where I'm setting up a laboratory and where I'm also heading a Center for Materials of the Universe. So I'm very excited about the future. The society should be very excited about the future. And I want us, all of us, to take this as an opportunity to discover new things, to explore new modalities, to do things differently from what we've done. We're not going to go back to the way things were a year ago. We're going to hit some other way of operating, and the society has to be at the forefront. So I will conclude by saying a crisis is a terrible thing to waste. The society will take full advantage of it, and our senior members should be able to participate and really to help lead, but to listen also to suggestions from the junior members, because finally, the society belongs to the future, not the past. Thank you again for this great honor.
And last but not least, our next new distinguished life member is Dr. Mrityunjay Singh.
President Oji, distinguished colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank President Oji for the wonderful leadership he has provided during the past year in society. He, along with the board members, as well as our wonderful society staff, did a fabulous job, and they really deserve a lot of credit, and my thanks to all of them. When I received this phone call from Dr. Oji a couple of months ago that I am going to be receiving the Distinguished Life Membership of the Society, I was very surprised. Especially, I have seen all the folks over the years who have received this honor, and they were really giants in the field of ceramics. And this was very humbling for a boy who, growing up in a rural village in India, especially used to walk 2 miles barefoot, going to elementary school, as well as studying in the kerosene lamp light during the high school. It has been a long journey for me. I would like to thank my parents who are no longer with me, my teachers from the school to the college, as well as my family members. They have supported me along the way. My wife Geeta for 46 years, my son Saurabh, Abhishek, my son-in-law Jiten, my daughter-in-law Aparna, Shruti, and my daughters Madhvi and Pallavi. And I should also mention that my grandkids, Devesh, Himani and Kasika, they have played very important role in my life. in the last few years. This society has been very near and dear to me. I became member of the society 31 years ago. I started as a volunteer in the society in 1994, almost 26 years ago. I came through the ranks in the engineering ceramics division. I served in all the society committees. I had the extreme honor of serving as a president of the society during 2015-2016. I have worked with all the wonderful staff at the headquarters, a lot of past presidents, number of board members, as well as volunteers from US and from all over the world. I would like to say that in my case, it has been a real honor and a pleasure to work with all of you. I have learned a lot. I taught a lot. I kind of got mentored. I also mentored a number of folks. I would like to thank all the folks from all over the world. I don't want to name the names, it will take a long time, who have helped me, who basically promoted me. They always supported me. People at work, at NASA Clare Research Center, that used to be at NASA Lewis Research Center, as well as currently at Ohio Aerospace Institute, and many other organizations, where I served as a member, volunteer, as well as at a job. This has been a long journey for me. I will always cherish the memories of having involved in all these volunteer activities and learning and doing a number of things and giving back to the society. I still believe that society is still the best society in the world, and we can make even better. So to all the folks who wanted to volunteer, who want to get involved as a mentor, please do so. Please help. Try to recruit a member, try to make a volunteer, and try to be a mentor. And that's where we are going to keep the society going for the next 100 to 100 years. So at the end, once again, thanks to the society, thanks to the board for giving me this wonderful honor. And I would like to thank my family once again, as well as all my friends from all over the world for this wonderful opportunity. And thanks again. Please enjoy